Right, ladies and gents, we are back in another episode presented to you by Bollock Studios, yeah, where football nutmegs the nonsense.
You bottling it.
Apa? Bottle Studio ah?
I wanted to say Bottle Studio, came up. Oh man, hey, what a weekend has it been, lah, boys? I know for a lot of fans, they would be so delighted considering losing at home to Bournemouth. And that's football for you, right? So, and of course, we're here to run through a couple of things that transpired during the Arsenal against Bournemouth match. And last week we were talking about how far could Arteta take Arsenal. And so the final score of the match between Arsenal and Bournemouth, Arsenal won, Bournemouth 2. You know, we spoke about how has Arsenal been so far. And Kuhan, you did say last week that the loss of the Carabao Cup and also getting knocked out of the FA Cup for Arsenal should gear them up for the Premier League. And of course, result being 2-1, this run is potentially going to just collapse Arsenal, in your opinion.
Whew. That comment really didn't go well. I think they played okay, but what Bournemouth did was they emulated what Pep did against them in the Carabao Cup. And there are rumors telling that Pep copied Manchester United Carrick's tactic as well against Arsenal, which is basically what Bournemouth did was not to press Arsenal centre backs at all and the goalkeeper. Not press that, make sure that nothing goes through the middle. And that's what they did actually. And that's where Arsenal, if you look at the side passes percentage, are super high. So I think this worked for them really well. And based on the performance I saw, especially in front of your home crowd, I think they're nervous.
You think so, huh?
I think they're nervous. Yeah.
What a timing to have that sort of feeling, considering that you're already approaching the remaining 5 to 6 games left to clinch the Premier League title, right? And Shariff, what do you want to comment on the mentality of the Arsenal players, lah?
I really don't know. It's really tough to say that, right? Because
Out of words, perhaps maybe you talk about system or having a plan B for that fact, right? Do you think that has dried up from Arteta's Arsenal? Like there is no more idea anymore. Do you feel that, or I don't know? Maybe I'm just saying that.
I think that the bottle thing is getting on their nerves. I think that is the thing. I'm sure they are aware about it completely. The players are aware. The players are not protected by social. I mean, they assume that the social media. The football players should not be looking at social media and get influenced. But I think they are being influenced by it, and that is why it's getting to their nerves. And I really, really want to see how Arsenal will play against City, which is the next match. Yeah. I mean, after the Champions League, I think City, they'll be playing City away, and that would be a match to watch. So I'm not sure whether these players are mentally prepared. As I said earlier, taking the lead is harder compared to chasing. I mean, both has own merits, but we have seen teams like Liverpool taking the lead, losing. Newcastle long time ago taking the lead, losing. Arsenal have done it many times. So I think that bottle thing is effective. The bottle is effective. I know better way to say it. I mean, I think the word is chua lah.
Cuat lah. Man. So that's why I still go back to mentality. So that's why again, so are these current players that Arteta has at his disposal, the level of the mentality lah? just want to know from Shariff or from yourself, Kuhan, what else can be done different, or besides just thinking of get back to winning ways, and probably more towards just it's just 5 or 6 more games left, right? And they rather bottle this the Premier League, or they bottle the Champions League, or kedua-duanya sekali. So that so
I
yeah.
I can point out to one reason.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal don't have winners in their team, except for maybe Jesus and Zivchenko long time ago. I mean, like, except for Jesus, I don't think anyone has won anything. I feel these are, when you look at teams which wins the Premier League, especially, they almost always have an ex-player of a winner. Even I think MU Cantona was a Premier League winner by that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the old MU and MU always have Premier League winners with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because they were Premier League winners. And
Yep.
then Liverpool had James Milner,
Yep.
and City had a couple of players actually who
Mm-hmm.
has experience winning the league. So
Mm-hmm.
do you think there is no like a senior figurehead which actually could rally the team and marshal them forward?
I, Sharif, what's your take on that? I think good question. That's a good question.
I think they do have senior figures, has to be to be fair with them, but maybe the factor of these senior figures, did they win any Premier League, or did they
Yeah.
had a
Mm-hmm.
experience, or maybe competing. But that's
Mm-hmm.
always first time, because I remember, let's say we go back, Man City as well did not, when Pep came in, something clicked together, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the self belief that Pep did, be it
Mm-hmm.
make it, or maybe boost a little of confidence, right? And the same thing as well. I guess if I'm just comparing Man City with Arsenal, it's
Mm-hmm.
the same as well. I mean, people were saying that City should have won 3 Champions League, right?
Yep.
When they were there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Pep only won one, and they almost well, quote and unquote, bottled it with Inter Milan as well, right?
Yep.
Uh, but saying that, I guess that's always first time, right, for this type of players, because I'm looking at the lineup. All of these players has been with Arteta for at least 4 to 5 years, except
Mm-hmm.
for Gyökeres and those what they call that, players that just came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, they don't. For me, they don't seem like a team that needs more time. I mean, Arteta and Arsenal as a club, they bought the players, and it's plug and play, right?
Yep.
It's not like City, what City is going through,
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool going through, Man United for the last 13 years, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
so it looks a well engineered team to win the Premier League. I guess
Mm-hmm.
with Bournemouth, it's a tough team, right?
Yep.
We talked about Adoni Iraola's chaos football, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I remember, and I when I watched the game and also the highlight as well, I think when the second goal came in by
Mm-hmm.
by by Alex Scott, right, for Bournemouth,
Yep.
the commentator did mention that Bournemouth is the toughest team to play from the back, right? They are built with where I don't have a certain type of play, or a certain
Mm-hmm.
type of football to play, but I will disrupt the football that being played by the
Yeah.
other team. So they are more a reactive type of football
Mm-hmm.
compared to a protagonist type of football like
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal, City plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it fits very well. So for me, I feel Arteta should have been a little bit creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did spoke also, let the rice cook or something, right?
Yep. Yep.
Those analogies, but I think
Mm-hmm.
this is the where maybe again Arteta do not want to tweak too much, because
Mm-hmm.
earlier, like I mentioned
Yep.
in this episode, where
Mm-hmm.
where he tried to tweak something, he lost the FA Cup. He tried to
Yep.
tweak during Southampton, he lost
Mm-hmm.
also as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so for me, it's a mix of both, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
one is tough to play, and
Mm-hmm.
second, I feel Arteta did not much to change the game, right?
Yep.
To maybe at least try to counter effect the what they call that, the chaotic football that
Yep.
Adonis and Bournemouth
Mm-hmm.
trying to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel, compared to all teams, I feel they are the winning team to play with. But never mind. I do believe they still have time.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of Arsenal fans saying that this
Mm-hmm.
is a break, because next game is with City, right? And that
Yep.
will be closing point, another 3 points, and then City has a game in hand, and that's why it
Yes.
looks a little bit tight, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I guess it's also with the fans as well because they are also a little bit bottle as well, right? Very very reactive as
Yep.
well, right?
I
So yeah.
agree. I agree. I agree if you're what the things that you're saying, right? And of course, speaking of the points gap, right? Yes, with the game in hand, Man City, should they win the next two games, right? And they will come very, very close, to what do you call this? To Arsenal. And so that having said, it's like how no, so close yet so far for Arsenal. I feel sorry for them, but it's just got to bounce back, man, after this defeat and all. So that having said, so from one London club that has fallen, now we shall move to the next London club that fell. The match between Chelsea and Manchester City, and the 3-0. Obviously, Manchester City got the better of the score sheet, the score. Yeah. So. Oh man, what this was a big game at Stamford Bridge, but of course, Sharif, yeah, you did touch a bit of Pep and Man City and all that, right? I don't know if there's a hidden Pep fan in you. I don't know lah, but 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 in your opinion, is Manchester City unstoppable after dismantling Chelsea and now closing in the gap?
Yeah, you hit that. You told that right. I'm not a fan of Pep, but I am impressed with him, right? I mean,
Yep.
he. I mean, if you look, almost 70 to 80% of football club are following his possession type of football.
Yep.
He modernized the football game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think last time when we played, it's like wingers cross in,
Yep.
we don't come in inward and all those stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I really like what he did for the football.
Mm-hmm.
On is it is he unstoppable? No, I think no teams are invisible except Arsenal on
Mm-hmm.
right. So long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I think this is where I think the difference, right? That is why I also keep trying to
Mm-hmm.
reiterate investment to the club itself. The only
Yep.
thing that what Arsenal and City, I'm just comparing these two clubs, right?
Mm-hmm.
The difference that what Arsenal and City did was uh, City invest during the January transfer window, and they
Yep.
bought good players in.
Yep.
They brought in Mark Guehi, they brought in Antoine Semenyo, and it
Yep.
elevate the team differently, right?
Yep.
And this is why when people say January transfer window, I know some fans like to get convinced or consumed with what media expose them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this club cannot buy because we
Mm-hmm.
don't have money, or it's
Mm-hmm.
a very bad market. But you see City are doing that, and then City did not buy these players breaking club records and anything.
Mm-hmm.
They bought them with a reasonable price, and it
Yep.
elevates them. It changed when Antoine Semenyo came in, and now you look at the defense, much more better, right, compared to before January transfer window. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, again, this is also a factor where I will not say a winning formula. I do
Mm-hmm.
see Pep identify what needs to be changed, what needs to
Mm-hmm.
be improved fast,
Mm-hmm.
and the club and the structure that Man City has him to able to do that
Right.
compared to the other clubs as well, where we
Mm-hmm.
are all being, consumed, being manipulated that it's a very tough market in general. It is tough,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not undoable, right?
Yep.
Because season in, season out, the one who consistently spend during January transfer window is Man City, and
Actually, I agree.
the result
Yep.
is there. They are now
Yep. Yep.
competing with the title
Mm-hmm.
for the Premier League. They
Mm-hmm.
won the Carabao Cup. They are in the FA Cup. And then suddenly they are in the Premier League right now.
Yep.
I guess 2 months ago when yeah, we were saying that, oh, maybe this is not a season for Man City, right? This is a season of transition like Liverpool, but then it
Mm-hmm.
changed when they
Yep.
invested in the football. So if you want to win, if you want to, some people, I know we did say that, managers reach their ceiling and everything, but they need the tools to win,
Yep.
and we
Mm-hmm.
got to, and the club needs to provide that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you change from maybe a transition team and suddenly become a title
Mm-hmm.
challenge team,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what Pep and Man City consistently shows season
Mm-hmm.
in and season out. At least for me, this is my opinion. Yeah, this is what I see. Kuhan, what do you
Yeah.
think?
Completely opposite than what you think.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay,
Interesting, yeah.
he modernized football, but he killed the essence of football. He ruined flair players. Jack
Mhm.
Grealish is a great example. Everyone is robotic and playing into a system.
Mm.
Foden, he's a failure as well. He can't make it to the England squad, despite
Wow,
winning
big
a
statement,
number of
man. You
titles.
say Foden failure. Okay, okay.
Of course, he's the failure. He didn't make it to the national team.
Only this season. He
This
needs
season
Still,
some.
what is age?
only.
He's 24, 25.
Yeah, yeah.
World
But
Cup. I haven't finished my point,
okay,
Sen.
okay. Go on, go
Go
on,
ahead.
go on.
So, so he, as much as he has modernized football, that is
Yep.
true.
Mm.
But the effect of it that he has also ruined football. You don't get
Mm.
ballers anymore. So
Yep.
he
Mm.
ruined
Then I gotta
Grealish.
agree, yeah.
He will ruin Foden as well. And players who only fit the system can play the system.
Right.
So about it. So the players who have flair and all these things are no, they are out.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is one point. Okay, I cannot. I'm not going to criticize him because of what he has done good, but at the same
Yep.
time, that good comes with a lot of other baggages.
Yes.
We will not see flair players anymore. And about the January transfer window, yeah, if you have 115 illegal transfer and cases and everything, you can still do that.
Well, proven until guilty, man.
Well, yeah, it's true. I want to touch on this. When Chelsea won their Champions League and their titles with Eden Hazard and Roman
Mhm.
Abramovich team, and recently
Yep.
they got fined, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were doing it illegally.
Oh, okay.
And they won all those
Yep.
titles and everything like that. I mean, these titles, okay, I'll put you in context. The
Okay.
players they wanted, Eden Hazard, where was he supposed to go before going to Chelsea?
Man United.
So
Yeah.
now you want to feel it right. So this is
Hey,
where
but he would have still won trophies in United if he
of course,
had
that's
he
the
signed.
point.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's the point. The thing is that a player which United could afford, could buy, attracted, was lured by more money and more Chelsea afforded
Yep.
him through
Mhm.
illegal means. And
Mhm.
the same thing City has done, allegedly. And we will see what will happen.
Alleged.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's my point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can agree to the part, Kuhan. Pep has changed football in the Premier League and all that, but does still come with some excess baggage and some of the good that, of course, could be not so good for some, right? So if you don't disrupt, what else can you call it, right? You have to disrupt it as well. Hence Shariff's point. So that having said, I don't know what to talk about Chelsea, man. I really don't know what to talk about Chelsea, but about, I mean, another London club that fell. So but you see, I always admired, like, you see this sudden emerging player, Nico O'Reilly,
Mm.
the defender.
He'll
Wow,
burn out by 24.
what a player, man. So you think so? I was just about to ask something like that. No, it's like, you see, look how Phil Foden emerged under Pep, and he was like, man, the guy was unstoppable, man. Not only for England, I think even for City as well. And we're not sure what's happened behind closed doors, right? I really don't know what's happened there.
I
Yeah, so yeah.
yeah, if compare what happened to others, I think Phil Foden also is going through some personal stuff as well, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is just my opinion. I think it's not football related because
Mm-hmm.
Pep looks confident that he will be back, right?
Yep.
And we saw this with Kevin De Bruyne,
Mm-hmm.
even Rodri as well, right?
Yep.
And John Stones, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then except for Jack Grealish, I think Jack Grealish after he did and then he won the Champions League and then he went don't know where, right? But then yeah, I think he's going through some personal stuff, Phil Foden, because
Mm-hmm.
he had that issue of his family and so
Yep.
on, right?
Yep.
So yeah,
Listen,
I guess yeah that is something that maybe like what you mentioned, Matt, it's a little bit closed doors, it's a little bit not out there
Yeah,
yet.
exactly. So
Yeah.
again, don't know what's really
but
going on there, lah. So
the list go on for City players who don't make it. Calvin Phillips, one of the best player for England for the Euros.
Leeds and for Leeds as well when he was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was amazing for England,
Mm-hmm.
and he moved to the wrong club. And I mean, Grealish is when he played for City, he
Mhm.
was very controlled.
Mhm.
Cannot cut here, cannot tell that.
Mhm.
Must minta
Mm.
kebenaran and all these things. All
That I agree. Yeah, that I agree.
yeah,
Mm.
and
But
now
look at
for
Ryan Cherky now.
I was just about to say Ryan Cherky, what a player, man!
I mean,
Wow.
the third goal, man. The third goal. Wow.
Yeah.
Pep
The
will
Huh.
cut
pass.
his wings.
Correct. You were saying, Bang,
Come
what
again,
is it?
Pep will cut his wings. Just watch and see.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
Kuhan does not like Pep. Kuhan like
No,
what
I
type of
like
coach?
Pep. I like Pep as a player. I like Pep as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
But as much as I like someone, we also have to
Mm-hmm.
be honest about it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he is a privileged manager.
Yep.
correct.
So basically, every team he came from and went, which always team which has money.
Except
Mm-hmm.
So,
Barca lah.
no, Barca had a room of talent.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So not money, resources. Maybe he brought
Resources.
what La
Resources.
Masia. Yeah,
I mean, and then he saw Messi train and he knew what players they
correct,
had.
correct.
Correct.
So and of course it is not his Barca which started to
Mm-hmm.
do well. It was
Mm-hmm.
Frank Rijkaard Barca which won the
Mm-hmm.
first Champions League for them in X number of years, and
Correct.
he came and took over a very good team already.
He evolved the
Mm-hmm.
squad. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
Maybe
my,
something Arteta need.
I mean, to be fair, this is Arteta's first real job, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. It's his first
So
job.
I mean,
Yep.
first job.
Maybe Matt. I think maybe what he says right because of Sun, right? Maybe now it's much more sunny in Man City. so I don't know. Maybe
That,
when all the sun comes up, Phil Foden can come better. You see all this O'Reilly coming up, right? All those people
Exactly.
coming up. Maybe the sun. Maybe sun. I think
Maybe it's
sun
the
is
sun
impacting.
lah. Yeah,
Look at
yeah, yeah.
Barca. Barca, you have almost like what 24/7 sun. That's why they are playing well, man.
That's why Pep always
Ma-
kept doing that.
yeah.
It's the sun. It's the sun. So yeah, but with that having said, considering now, Arsenal still remains on top with 70 points, and whereas Manchester City is currently standing at 64 points, second place with a game in hand, and this Sunday night. Of course, Malaysian time 11:30 p.m. Yeah, is where Manchester City will be hosting Arsenal. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's the hope that kills usually, right? But
okay, I think Arsenal used to be this very technical, beautiful side and everything, but they couldn't
Mhm.
play physically. Now
Mm.
Arsenal is very physical, but they cannot play technically as well. And
Mm,
and why I say this is because when I was watching the game, I realized Zubimendi and Rice were struggling in tight places caused by
Mm.
Bournemouth,
Mhm.
how they play around the midfield.
Yep.
They don't have that player which can, we call what, anti press lah.
Mhm.
They're
mm.
not that.
The ball
Uh,
carrying player, correct? Yeah.
at the ball, and also okay, even if you have the physical players like Declan Rice and Zubimendi is supposed to be more technical than Declan
Yep.
Rice. I don't
Correct.
know why it sucked. But Arsenal also don't have ball playing defenders.
Mm.
Mm.
So, and Saliba and Gabriel, in my opinion, are not ball playing defenders. I mean, they're not. When I say ball playing, I'm thinking someone like Van Dijk, John Stones. These are the kind
Mhm.
of play. Park Guhi is one of
Mhm.
them who can
Mhm.
bring the ball on top.
Yep.
To when especially your defense is where, I mean, your midfield is very compact.
True. True.
So this is some. You see, now you see what we are doing now. All
Mm.
three of us, we are finding excuses.
That's why
Because
I say maybe it's still early.
maybe still okay lah. Maybe still,
Uh.
because you know why? I don't want City to win the title. So I mean,
Mhm.
on a personal level, I don't want City to win the title because it's just a privilege winning the title again. It makes
Mhm.
Premier League really boring. I want Arsenal
Mhm.
to win it. Maybe they have to do the hard way.
Yep.
Let's hope they do it the hard way.
Yeah, and of course the hope of this weekend, then obviously what do you call this? Arsenal could at least win against Man City to extend that lead, right? But then
Get a draw.
yeah, or even a draw, right? Even a I know
City have to beat Arsenal to
they
win.
just have, yeah, I think they have to win. I agree. I
City have
don't think I will settle in for a draw. I don't
I
think
mean,
I would want to.
if I was Arsenal, I would play for a draw.
You would play for a draw with
Survey
City with a
match
game in hand, no?
doesn't matter. It's still an
Yeah,
Wow.
still
advantage.
4 points.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just win lah for me, right? But which of course, that's as a football fan, yes, but
It's going to be
being
a real
real,
match.
uh, being real, I doubt lah. I doubt they're gonna beat City lah. So let's see. Let's wait for it and see, man. But of
So what's
course,
the
with that,
prediction?
ooh, I well, my heart wants Arsenal to win it. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but my heart would predict at least a 1-0 to City. A 1-0 win, right? Yeah, considering I would like to think that Arsenal could still nick it, but looking at how good in general City is, yeah, it's going to be tough, but a 1-0 win for Arsenal. I would predict that. What about you boys?
I think City will win. I always see
Mhm.
that always
Mhm.
dominantly win against Arteta, and I don't see him
Mhm.
coming out much. But it looks like
Mhm.
when it comes to Pep, Arteta does not have answers. I'm going for a
Mhm.
2-0 victory again, and it's an
Ooh.
Etihad. So yeah.
If I was Mikel Arteta, I would play the game. I would make it very cagey. I'll make sure
Mhm.
City struggles and I'll try to hit
Mhm.
them on the counter attack.
Mhm.
I will not
Mm.
play my normal game, and I will be starting with Eze and this kind of players which can spark counter attacking football.
Mhm.
And I'll bang around in the set pieces so much. I think a draw is a good result for Arsenal.
Ooh, okay. So I want Arsenal to win. Sorry, but yeah, you're saying a draw lah. It's a good result.
A draw would be a good. I mean, of
A,
course,
a
feeling is
goalless, or do you think there will be goals in this
better
game?
any draw, but it's going to be
Hmm.
cagey.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have that feeling too lah. It's gonna be a very cagey match lah. Yeah, I agree, man. So well, that having said, we'll move on to ah not so good for Chelsea. Another London club has fallen as well in the name of Tottenham Hotspur. So first debut managerial match for Roberto de Zerbi going against Sunderland, but then a quite unfortunate debut loss for De Zerbi. So I don't know about you, Kuhan or Sharif. Do you think Spurs are still fragile? I know it's just the first game, but do you think it's still fragile?
I think last episode also we touched about this, right? And I guess we also agree that Roberto De Zerbi is not a relegation
Escape.
manager, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I I I think and it's not again if you go with stats and everything, right? Normally when
Mm-hmm.
new manager comes in, it shows a new breath of fresh air,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I guess you have a team who's been well trained, well prepped,
Mm-hmm.
and the other team who is being getting to know their new identity, right? I
Yep.
think that is where they fell short.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see what De Zerbi is able to do with Spurs, right? His Spurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I saw a glimpse of a little bit of De Zerbi football, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, I guess it's all the players still figuring out where to go, where to run, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will not say that, oh, this is it. I mean, Spurs is done and dusted and everything. I think it's still the first game of Lizerby. Maybe let's see
Mm-hmm.
the second or the third game. Who are they playing next? Is it,
Doesn't
As
matter.
come again?
it
Come
doesn't
Doesn't
again?
matter.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't. It doesn't
Because
matter
you
who they
see,
are playing.
Don't have to
they
see.
they will
Yeah.
get relegated, right?
Yeah, they are playing against Brighton.
Yeah,
They
tough matches
tough.
for yeah.
Although they're playing at home, but yeah, it's a
Mm,
tough team to play against. Yeah, and
mm,
now considering Spurs, after almost just slightly above 100 over days, and it's been 14 matches since they last won a game. I feel
100.
so. And now they are fine officially, officially in relegation zone.
yeah.
just last week in our episode, it's just 1 point away. But wow, West Ham they no they hammered Wolves, man, 4-0, and with the Spurs' loss, brought them now officially battling relegation. I don't have to ask Kuhan this lah. I know you are very very delighted when it comes to big teams. I don't know if you even consider Spurs a big team, but no, for big teams in general to get relegated. So so but I want to talk about Spurs fans lah. What's going on with their level of patience, man? Do you think if both of you were to position yourself as a Spurs fan, would you want this relegation? Would you
No.
prefer Spurs to
No.
go through a relegation?
Only MU only would like your team to relegate. That's what I've been hearing from Man United fans, right?
Get relegated. Terrible. Man.
I say,
But
Yeah,
I
I would definitely don't see a blessing in disguise. Or if you look at
Mhm.
teams that been relegated, it took it did not took them the next season to come up, right? It's not that easy anymore, right?
Yep,
you need
I
some
mean,
time to
Leeds
get up.
took how long, right?
yep.
Even
A few seasons
Wolves
there.
took how long, Burnley as well, right? These are all long season, Premier League play,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they call
yeah,
it,
yeah.
Premier League club.
Teams.
Even Newcastle
Mm.
as well. Kuhn, how long Newcastle took time to climb up back?
Off the bat.
Huh?
Breaking records off the bat.
Meaning the next
I
season?
know the two times they got relegated, they came back the next season, breaking all
Uh,
the championship records.
Mm. Yep, yep.
okay. So one off, right? So
Mm.
yeah,
Villa did well actually when they came down and came back.
yes, Villa as
Mm.
well. But yeah. But to answer your question, if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm definitely nervous right now. I mean, this
Yep.
is a season where it really looks doom
Mm-hmm.
and dark, right? I mean,
Yep.
with what do you call it, with West Ham already,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 2 points above them, right? I guess Burnley and Wolves will not catch them up, right? But yeah, they got to win their games,
Mm-hmm.
man. The next game, because next you could see you don't have much games uh, left in your hand, and then
Mm-hmm.
you look at numbers. You look at the top of you, it's running away, and now it's like 2 points. Next week it's going to be five if they don't win, and then they need
Mm-hmm.
at least two games to win, right? And then they couldn't
Mm-hmm.
win one at right now, right? Like what you mentioned, right? Matt.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I mean, it really looks terrible for Spurs. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I know. Now Kuhan might say something otherwise. I don't know.
Who might
No,
say they will win the Premier League.
might win the Premier League. No, I
Uh,
mean Spurs made a couple of mistakes, and I think one of the biggest mistakes is selling their best attacker for the last two seasons post
Mm,
Hurricane.
correct. They
mm-hmm.
So
didn't find replacement. Correct.
Brendan Johnson is one of it. They relied on a lot of foreign talent,
Yep.
who was not Premier League proven. So that is two. But then I put myself in De Zerbi's position. What I would
Mm-hmm.
want from Spurs and how I would have negotiated that contract. So
Mm-hmm.
his contract doesn't have a relegation clause. That means he's going to get paid really well throughout, and he will still retain the job after they get relegated.
Mm-hmm.
So, which one is better for you?
Mm-hmm.
Would you prefer a Spurs which is relegated and then you
Mm-hmm.
sell all the big
Yep.
players, start
A
to bring in
complete rebuild.
like what you did for Brighton, and then when you do get promoted, because big clubs like Spurs, they can come up in very fast because the quality of the championship is not great. We can see most of the time, except for this season, we have some promoted team doing well, Sunderland, and last year all promoted team just went down.
Yep.
So I believe Spurs will come back from the championship and they would be a better team. So
Mm-hmm.
as a manager, which I now have a free hand. My job is to save them, but then I don't really need how to save them. So what? Because he looks happy in the in the touchline.
He got a pay bump.
Exactly. Yeah. So
So for me, it's brilliant. He is in London. He has 1 year to build the squad in the
yep.
championship, and and you get rid of everyone, which is a
My question will be, okay, he does not have a relegation clause, but maybe the best players, or maybe I do not know who are the best players right now in
Mm-hmm.
Spurs who had the
they
relegation
don't
clause,
have. They don't have.
because
Mm-hmm.
we look at Southampton last time, Van Dijk and Sadio Mane, right? And
Mm-hmm.
most of the Premier League want, even MU as well wanted to clinch those two players, right? And
Yep.
and 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 look at them. What impact and effect they did for Liverpool, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so there are good players that are going to go out, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
they will go out.
And and it took quite some time also Southampton to come back up.
Yep.
Even right now, now we are thinking which is now only they able to come because
Yep.
of that. Yeah, but yeah, I guess we also have to see on players that are also having this relegation
They
clause,
don't have
right? Because
relegation clause. I'm sure Spurs players do not have a relegation clause.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are not a relegation team, they're not a promoted team, or they're not a
Yep.
mid-table, low-end team, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
have a relegation clause. So when Newcastle got promoted, yes, that's when they had relegation clause and everything. So
Okay.
when they got promoted after their first relegation, and then they got relegated again, so that's
Mm-hmm.
why it was easy to revamp back. Aston Villa
Mm-hmm.
also used to have relegation clauses with
Mm-hmm.
their players, but now I think Spurs for sure no. So they are going to sell their players. Relegation clause literally means that your players will take a pay cut,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and now the players they will choose to be sold, and Spurs will not have negotiating power to sell the players. That means that they need to recuperate as much as can to
Yep.
drop the bill.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the problems, but it's a good problem for them
Clean
if they
slate lah,
take it,
basically.
if they take it in a positive way. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good problem for them. So to have at the moment, because imagine if you save the team, what are you going to do next season?
I agree. Yeah, true. So, you want to rebuild, you got to sell. You've
Correct.
got to sell, and but you still questionable lah. Price tag, salaries. I'm not sure in terms of salaries. I mean, but yeah, these are all questions, right? And it's not easy to just like go through a warehouse sale, right? It's easy as it sounds, but nothing could be harder, right? To offload all your players and to sign new ones, yeah, it's a long process, right? It will take definitely time. But of course, a relegation would make that more easier. You offload your players. But the question would still remain, right? With whoever fresh breed of players that either promoting from the academy or maybe signing new players within the championship
Yeah,
itself, right?
that's what they will do.
But my question to you all is how much of a guarantee that they can very quickly get promoted, in y'all's
They would
opinion?
they would get promoted really fast,
You believe so, lah?
of course, because it's the championship. It's not like there's a big gulf between the Premier League and the Championship in terms of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they would be the richest club in the Championship first and foremost. So they can afford to buy all the young, talented players who are coming
Mm-hmm.
from the Championship. They will be getting loan players from the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, you have to understand, De Zerbi is more of a team builder
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
playing in a system similar to Pep Guardiola. So it's just that trying to find out the players which can play the system, put it hit. That's what he did in Brighton, and he's
Mm-hmm.
quite successful in what he did, in my opinion. So this is my take on it. So I think they signed up De Zerbi in hopes that if they get relegated, not if,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, when they get relegated,
When? Wow.
they should
Okay.
actually
Okay.
use this to come back up fast. Because again, saving the team is, if I'm in De Zerbi's position, which one makes my life easier?
Getting relegated, I feel. Yep. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree. Sharif wouldn't want relegated.
I I
Because
totally
okay lah.
disagree.
I
It's like
uh,
saying to you, I need to build my career. I should demoted myself to a junior role than to build up my new career. You always can pivot. I don't know. This is my opinion, right?
mm-hmm.
And I see big clubs also transition and build in a different way as well. City did that. Chelsea did that.
Yep.
Man United did that, right? Liverpool is doing right now. You don't need to disrupt. Yes, I do see a point where you can offload players and so on,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I like your question where how is the guarantee is, right? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you can buy or you can get championship players, but the level is different. And we did agree, we hear the level
Mm-hmm.
of Premier League, and even last season as well, championship
Mm-hmm.
team came in and then
Mm-hmm.
got demoted as well because he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't play. Look at Liam Delap in Chelsea. He's a
Yep.
championship type. Look at Gyökeres as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he is great in Coventry. He's great in Sporting Lisbon.
Spotting.
But then when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to big team, they are good players, but
Mm-hmm.
there is a ceiling on that, right? So for me, it's not. I do see, how do you want to see the grass is greener when you get promoted. I like that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a slippery slope for me, right? Because once
Yep.
you're down there and then you want to climb back up, yeah, it's better that you have a process where you
Yep.
still have a mixture of,
Mm-hmm.
senior type players, right? And then
Yep.
you offload players. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to say Ruben Amorim did it, but Ruben
Mm-hmm.
Amorim sort of did the tough job, right?
Yep.
By getting rid of not good players, but players
Mm-hmm.
that do not want to play for the club, who wants to play
Mm.
for themselves, right?
Yep.
The Rashford, the Garnachos, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so at least that's a step forward. They are good players,
Yep.
right? Be good somewhere else, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
Man United wants to have a different type of playing, and
Yep.
it improves the team overall. And right now we have Mbuemo and Cunha. I know we have to start a little bit of MU over here. New character, right? New character. Do you think Mbuemo and Cunha would like to come to MU when they are relegated in Championship, even though Man United come back up for the next season? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
When you're big,
Mm.
you're big. What? That's what you used to say, right?
When you're 26, you're no longer big, man. Then you have to, yeah, like what you said, the pool of talent, the pool is getting much more. It's same as Champions League as well, right? When
Mm-hmm.
people say, oh, maybe we have to come out from the Champions League to build our squad, but then once you come out from the Champions League, it's there. You're a different level. The pool
Mm-hmm.
of players that you want to get, the Ryan Cherky, the Antoine
Yep.
Semenyo,
Yeah,
the
but that's
Mark
not
Gui, right?
that's not the point. The point is what I'm trying to say is that okay, first of all, MU will not get relegated until something really bad happen.
Yep.
So we are a bit
I'm angry MU as an example, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean that's the first thing. Spurs, they also were the same stature in MU where likely they wouldn't get relegated, but now they are in the relegation zone. If you
Yep.
watch the match, you should see how they were playing, man. They
Yep.
just didn't want to be in the last three. And when that goal entered, it was a deflected goal. You should
Mm.
see the face of Vicky Van der Ven, and even
Yeah. 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 I saw. I saw.
the full time whistle went
Mm-hmm.
off. You could see the Spurs players were already dejected. They were in
Yeah.
tears,
Mm-hmm.
some of them, and everything. So you see, you can have all the good players, but
Mm-hmm.
once you are in that zone, the whole
Oof.
mentality changes.
Yep.
You know, so how do you get up from there? I mean, I think it's easier to win stuff than mentally wise. It's easier to chase to win stuff
Mm-hmm.
than it is to prevent you from
Mm-hmm.
going down. Actually, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That means it's like to escape relegation is harder than to
Mm-hmm.
prevent you than winning something.
Ah.
Yeah.
Understood. Understood.
You
Yep.
understand? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
like you are down, you are fighting like for survival to come out. That is a
Yep.
different level of mentality. But then when you're
Mm.
chasing for a cup, you can up yourself. It's easier for that.
Yep.
So,
True. Mm-hmm.
so what I'm trying to say is that, of course, their fans wouldn't want to get relegated, and they will not attract the pool of players even when they're promoted. But
Mm-hmm.
the reality is that if when they get relegated, they will get the best players the championship can offer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So at the championship, you just need to be in the top six
Mm-hmm.
to get promoted.
Yeah. 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 True.
And
True.
it
So.
gets harder. Now I think next season is top eight, I think. So and I think that when they get relegated, they'll get promoted back again, and that time Spurs will be they will not be the Spurs of the olden days and everything like
Yep.
that,
Yep.
but they would something to watch
It'll be
actually.
something else, lah. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will not be
Yeah.
a big club anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see that, but then it's a
Mm-hmm.
reset, which is unfortunate for them because this is not caused by the players not performing per se, but it is
Mm-hmm.
caused incrementally. I think there were a lot of
Yep.
managerial mistakes being made,
Yes.
this
Mm-hmm.
shuffling of managers again and again.
Correct.
So we cannot point our fingers to one reason, but then I hope
Mm-hmm.
that someone will do an analysis of all the managers, what the
Mm-hmm.
board did, and what the players came, and how the league, the league correspond to these four
Yep.
five factors, and we can find
Mm-hmm.
out why they get relegated. This modern age in football. I hope this is a good PhD or master's topic. Anyone, please take it up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can agree, man. So, yeah, that's that. Of course, as much as there is hope that they stay put in the Premier League, but of course, there are also other areas where now considering they're battling relegation and all that, right? So yeah, we have come to the end of the show, and the upcoming matches will be very, very tricky considering title contenders. Yeah, so now since that it's been blown open, thanks to Arsenal's loss, so obviously a double game week for Manchester City. Yeah, so they'll be facing Arsenal, and also they will be facing Burnley next Thursday as well. And of course, obviously, Arsenal will be facing City, Spurs against Brighton. Oh, and of course, back-to-back big games for Chelsea, considering Chelsea lost to Manchester City, and now they'll be facing Manchester United. Then, we have also the Merseyside derby at Hill Dickinson.
No one cared for that, right?
Merseyside derby, not really lah. So yeah. That having said, then let's see what other matches did I miss. Oh yeah, it's also a double game week for Chelsea. Yeah, so I'll correct myself there. So they will be hosting Man United in Stamford Bridge, and they will be going away to Brighton and Hove Albion. That is this coming weekend's game. Of course, as we are recording this show, it's just before Man United against Leeds. So Man United is playing at home at Old Trafford. So obviously, this is us signing out from Monologue Studios. So once again, Kuhan and Shariff, thank you so much for joining the show. And until the next episode, stick around. Peace out. Cheers. Bottle.
One little cup is falling down.